Let's go over games on Thursday night. The monster line of the night is our friend Dante DiVincenzo. His value is coming down very soon with the return of Drew Holiday on the horizon. 24 points is great. Shot the ball really well, and most importantly, the 9 assists and 2 steals. When Drew comes back, he's not gonna get this many assists. We know that Drew Holiday is gonna do a lot of playmaking on this team. 9 assists, 2 steals. Yeah, we drafted this guy in 9 category leagues because we expect him to give you like 1.5, averaging 1.5, 1.56 steals. He was a really good steals guy last year. This year, for whatever reason, he's cooling off quite a bit, averaging only 10 points and 1.1 steals. Once Drew comes back, I will see what the minutes looks like, because he wasn't cracking he wasn't cracking 30 minutes every single night, more like 26, 27 minutes, and wasn't giving you 1.5 steals. So if he can give you 1.5 steals, you roster him because the steals is really valuable. You're not gonna get that many guys on the waiver wire can average 1.5. If he only give you one, then it's like you're probably better off just streaming the spot. And the dot of the night is Will Barton. He's already pretty closely dropped territory. Had another dot here, 22 minutes, 2 points, 4 rebound, a steal and an assist. Negative from the field goal. 1 for 7. Denver this year, the way they're playing basketball is a lot of different from over the years. Jokic this year decided to just say, hey, fuck it, I'm gonna take all the usage away. And they're not as deep as they were over the years. Gary Harris has been hurt, although he hasn't been great at all. Right, couple guys left. So Jamal Murray and Jokic, they're getting all the usage, and Will Barton, as a result, just not putting up any stats. So you wanna drop him, and if they don't have any games in the next 2-3 days, for sure you can stream him. But yeah, the minutes is not even high for him with everybody out this game. Who did they play? They played the Wizards. Yeah, they lost. Let's talk about the first game. The Mavericks losing to the Sixers. Sixers just beating all the teams. Luka Doncic, 19 points. 3 blocks is real nice. 7 turnovers. This is the problem. Yeah, only three rebounded first, but he's going to be fine. But this is the problem with Luka Doncic. It's the bad free throw on high volume shooting. It's the high turnover. What is his ranking for the season? He's ranked 23rd on a per game basis. This is why you don't draft him top 5 in category leagues when it comes to the drafting. And I just don't think, I don't know, in the next 2-3 years, can he be a top 5, top 10 guy? He's got all the usage, but can he bring up his defensive stats a little bit? 1 steal and 0.7 blocks is honestly fine, I think, for his standard. But in order to grab those top 5, top 10, you can't just bring the assist and rebound. You gotta bring the defensive stats. If he can give you 1.5 steals, that would be great. And it's the 77% free throw on high volume. Can he correct those? Can he be a 80 guy? And the high turnover numbers, 4.3. 4.3 is actually not that high considering his usage. That's fine. But in order to grab top 5 or top 10, he's gotta bring really up one of his categories. I don't think he's gonna do it this season. Josh Richardson played 30 minutes, only streaming. I did, looking at it now. He had a couple of good assist games. Now is he just 0. Boban actually started because our friend Porzingis is still out. There's some trade rumors. We don't know what you're gonna do, and I don't think there's a particular guy on the Mavericks you wanna just pick him up beforehand if there is a trade, so it doesn't really matter. Just let it pan out. Boban plays 60 minutes. He's a per-minute monster. We know that. In 60 minutes, grabs you 12 rebounds. Don't think he's worth picking up. Maxi Kleber, 21 minutes. He came back from the ankle injury. A block. He's a block and mini Brook Lopez. So if you need those stats, sure, you can stream him. Only stream him. Dorian Finney-Smith played just like Josh Richardson, played 30 plus minutes every single night, but not doing much. Willie Cauley-Stein, 17 minutes. You know, with Porzingis out, not interested in him. Jalen Brunson, 22 minutes. He's been getting consistent 20+ minutes. So just he's really only has some value when Luka is out. You got to grab him because he can really go off. With Luka in, no assist, not interested. And Tim Hardwood Jr. His minutes has been lower and lower. Although, to be fair, it was a blowout. So you would expect him to play at least 25 minutes. He had 2 blocks here. Who is everybody blocking on the Sixers side? I don't know. Everybody's blocking shots from the Mavericks this game. Only 2 steals, but 9 blocks. Tim Hardaway Jr. is only a 0.3 streamer at this point. He had a good stretch, but now the minutes lower with everybody back and just not doing enough. Other categories. On the Sixers side, Joel Embiid, I don't know. It's last game he was pretty rough. I think it's 2-3 games in a row now where he shot pretty bad from the field. But again, 11 for 12 from the free throw line. That is huge. 2 steals. I don't know what's gotten into Joel Embiid this season. He's averaging 1.3 steals. Last year he wasn't even 1 steal guy and 1 block. And his block numbers has been low. So he does have room to improve in one category, and that's blocks. But everything else, I expect some falling back a bit. The points already 30 points. Already 11 rebound, and the assists I don't see it going up, and the efficiency is already great. 86% from the free throw line, and 51.6% from the field. But on the per game basis, if healthy, he looks like he'll be a top 5 guy. But I'll still say that, hey, if someone wants to trade you Curry, someone wants to trade you Karl Anthony Towns, guys who are currently ranked below him, I would do it, honestly. Danny Green, this is where his absolute ceiling is for Joel Embiid. Maybe a little bit more blocks, but everything else I expect fall down a bit, come down a bit. Danny Green, 23, only a streamer for threes and defensive stats. And the minutes, okay, this is a blowout, so only 23 minutes. Seth Curry, the insane efficiency again, 6 for 9, 15 points. He's definitely a guy you can stream for back-to-backs and for some threes and efficiency, but I wouldn't rush him full time. And Ben Simmons, 7 assists, 2 steals and block. The rebound is low. The free throw, we know it's pretty bad. No turnovers for Ben this game, so that's great. Shake Milton been getting 20+ minutes. I think he was gonna get 20+ minutes. It wasn't for a blowout. So if you really like this guy, you can for sure stream him. Matisse Thybulle, you can really drop him at this point. 10 minutes. Let's move on to the next game. The Nets, too easy. Taking care of business in probably 3 quarters. It wasn't even close. A 40-point win. Vucevic doing what he can. Just so consistent, giving you those 25 points and 12 rebounds every single game. And as a big man, he hits threes. For the season, where is he ranked? He's ranked 11th, and he should be in that area. Averaging 2.5 threes as a center. Right? If you got him on your team, you can just go, your team is good. You're not really missing out threes. As a center, he's shooting 2.5, making 2.5 a game. But the defensive stats for Vucevic just disappeared. 0.6 blocks. That's really low. Is that a career low for him? Because he's got to do it all on offense, so that's understandable. Evan Fournier, 8 points. The hot shooting. Where is Evan Fournier ranked this season? He's ranked 101. Yeah, this is probably where he should be for the rest of the season. 18 points. Yes, he can do that. 17, 18 points. Some nights he'll give you 8. Sometimes he'll give you 25. He mainly give you points and threes and nothing else. Although he's averaging 3.8 assists, it's not a lot, but it's better. It's around average. So definitely roster him, but he's gonna be up and down, with his shooting and with his production. Aminu played 23 minutes. Wow, if he can play 30, maybe he's worth taking a look. He's a pretty big rebound guy, but over the years, now that he's with the new team and hasn't played basketball in 2 years, we don't know what he can bring. So not interested in him until he does something interesting. Michael Carter-Williams, blowout, only played 24 minutes. In the short term, with Cole Anthony out, stream him. I'll grab him, roster him. Terrence Ross, 25, he's so up and down. And if your team is, one good field goal guys, I think you probably want to stay away from him. But if you don't really care about field goals, sure. The volume is there, although he only played 25 minutes and horrible, a minus 30. A horrible minus 30. And on the net side, KD continues to be out. I think if you own KD, I think you just don't want him to come back until All-Star break. Just rest up and don't play in the All-Star break, KD. I don't know if he's already opted out. He should not play the hamstring injury. Just rest up, come back healthy, ready for the playoffs, I think. This is just my take. Kyrie, 30 minutes, great game. Kyrie has been so healthy this season. I know he was out for 2 weeks due to some protesting, that kind of stuff. But other than that, he's maybe missed 1 or 2 games. And we know what on a per game basis, Kyrie is a top 10 player. And he was getting drafted in the 16th or 17th in the draft. So that's great value right there for Kyrie. And Harden, 20 points, 6 turnovers, but almost another triple-double. 7 assists and a steal. Harden has been picking up, he definitely picked it up lately with KD out. So let's see if he can continue with KD back, integrate. He's probably just going to get more assists easily. 1 for 2 from the free throw line again, but I'm not worried. Deandre Jordan, again, played 26 minutes. Pick him up. Pick up Joe Harris with KD out. Only took 7 shot attempts this game, 14 points. This is the problem with Joe is he does it in high efficiency, nothing else. Bruce Brown, again, great game. Yeah, you want to grab all those guys. DeAndre, Joe Harris, Bruce Brown. In the short term, just stream them until All-Star break. Landry Shamet went off just 1 game, and just the points and rebound, nothing else. Threes. Let's look at the next game. Wow, the Knicks. What a game. Knicks scored 140 points. That's got to be their season high. And Kings continues to lose, continue to struggle, and I don't know. They are. Just check the rankings. They were they were in the playoff hunt a couple years ago. Over the years, this year just they're 13th in the Western Conference, 12 and 20, way below. Yeah, their last 10 games have been 1 and 9. Wow. I mean, they were around 500 and then just lost 9 straight. I don't know what happened. It's not injury. I don't know. I mean, Rashawn Holmes was hurt. That's about the only thing. I think the coach, Luke Walton, is on a hot seat. They just keep losing games like this. Gotta pick up some wins. They got a young team. Marvin Bagley, 23 minutes, 19 points. It was a high-scoring game. Again, he's negative everything else, but can give you points and rebound. Only stream this guy, I would. Harrison Barnes continues to be great for the season. He struggled quite a bit. Maybe in the past week or so, he is still ranked 73rd. Give you 16 points, 6 rebound on good efficiency, and that has some value in fantasy. And he upped his assists for the season, 3.3. If he can stay above 3, around 3.5 range, that's great for Harrison Barnes. He had 5 here and 2 steals. Just great game. Bad from free throw, that's okay. It's just 1 game, 1 bad game. Rashawn Holmes, the minutes were low again. 28 minutes, I'm not exactly sure what happened. 6 rebound and a steal, 9 points. Majority of his value is coming from his field goal and the big blocks. He's not a big rebound guy, not going to give you a lot of points. So he needs to, coming back from the injury, he hasn't put up a huge game yet. He's still great in category leagues. Maybe this is a good buy low for him, Rashawn Holmes. He's ranked 43rd. Throw a top 70 guy or 60 guy at him. He should be a top 50 for the rest of the season, in my opinion. Darren Fox, 29 points, 6 turnovers, okay from the free throw line. And Darren Fox, his ranking has been pretty bad this season due to the high turnover, low field goal, low free throw. If you can buy low, like the couple guys in the league, like Westbrook, De'Aaron Fox, just guards. John Wall, Victor Oladipo, guards just with low efficiency from the field, from the free throw line, and high turnover. If you got if you got 2 of those guys, you might as well just get the rest, pound those 3 categories, and maybe get a few big men. That's also better free throw, and see what happens. Because it's just tough. You have 2 of those guys, it's tough to win those 3 categories consistently. And Buddy Hield, 30 minutes. Ah, man, it's tough. You can't. Buddy Hield, we know he's only really give you points and threes, and the points this season not even that high point. Where is Buddy this season at? Buddy is at 108th, only averaging 15.5. So you want him to average 20, but the 3-point volume is too good. 3.7. That's top 10 in the league, averaging, and he can continue to do that. Over the years, he's always been like top 3, top 4 in 3-pointers made. So yeah, you still hold on to him because he's making so many threes. Tyrese Halliburton, another great game, 4 steals. Where is he at? In the past week, oh my God, he's ranked 35 already. Maybe it's a sell high. The thing with him is he's a mini Kawhi Leonard. He has great efficiency, no turnover, but the counting stats is kind of low. Like I would maybe do a trade him for like a Russell Westbrook, because they are on the opposite end of the spectrum. Tyrese Halliburton give you a little bit of everything, although 1.4 steals and 5.4 assists is real nice. But he give you a little bit of everything. He also hit 2.4 threes. But it's not a really great volume. And if you don't care about the efficiencies, maybe do a trade like that. Trade Tyrese Halliburton for Russell Westbrook. See what happens, right? Depend on your team situation. If you want Westbrook's assist and rebound, you can go for it. But it's been what a surprise. The top 35 after this game in 9 category leagues. Really scary stuff from the rookie. I don't know where he'll be getting drafted next year if he's like this good. On the Knicks side, Julius Randle, 31 minutes, the number 1 guy on the Knicks, got you a steal and 1 for 2 from the free throw line. We'll see if he can continue to knock down 80%. It's been half a season. Otherwise, the rebound volume is great, the points is great. The assists, I think, with the arrival of D-Rose, has come down a bit. Only 4 here. Nerlens Noel played 22 minutes. He's starting and only played 23 minutes. Had 2 blocks. For sure you'd roster him because the blocks he's giving you is so good. I said many times, I would package him with another top 40 guy or top 50 guy for Miles Turner if the owner is willing to buy. Because if they look at the block numbers, sure, Miles Turner is averaging 3.5. But Nerlens Noel can give you 2.5, and maybe the owner might just take it because the block value is never guaranteed. Miles Turner, let me just change my camera real quick. Miles Turner could maybe average 3 blocks for the rest of the season. I don't know, 3.5 is really high. Can he do this all season? I'm not. I think pretty comfortably he can maybe block 3 shots a game. I'm not sure about 3.5. And Nerlens Noel in the short term, he does have great value. RJ, only 25 minutes. At this point, we gotta move on from him. Somewhat efficient from the field, but with all the guards, with the Derrick Rose just eating to a lot of his value. And Derrick Rose started this game, played 27 minutes. Oh boy, Derrick Rose, if he's out there, you gotta pick him up. Tom Thibodeau, old friend. They love each other. Start giving D-Rose more and more minutes. If D-Rose can play 27, 28 minutes, he'll be really good. Really valuable. He can give you 17, 18 points and 6 assists. And great efficiency, hopefully, and can give you some defense, a little bit defensive stat. This year he's been pretty good in getting the steals. Alec Burks also went off, but I would have been interested in him. On the hierarchy, on this Knicks team, he's like the 3rd or 4th guard. Just a guard, and then if you add in Julius Randle and the guys 5th or 6th, I don't know. Went off here, not interested. I wouldn't go and grab him. Emmanuel Quickly also went off. All the guys on the Knicks went off against this bad Kings team. I wouldn't go and grab anybody. But it's good to see D-Rose getting 27 minutes. Just hope he doesn't get hurt. I hope. The next game is the Clippers getting destroyed by the Grizzlies. Kawhi Leonard shot the ball pretty poor. 17 points, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds, no defensive stats. He's a top 5 guy, in my opinion. And Paul George, finally, the shooting fell off. 3 for 12, 13 points. This is what because I own Paul George for many years. I know every season he will have a stretch, maybe 2-3 weeks, just shoot the ball horribly, and then he's gonna shoot his way out of it. And this season he's been hot, shooting 52%. I don't know. It's just one bad game. I mean, I'm not gonna read too much into it. Still, 7 rebound and a steal is okay, but you want his majority of his value is coming from his efficiency. And if the efficiency fall off, he's gonna make fewer threes, fewer points. Bad free throw. Just the main thing is, people still have the narrative that, hey, Paul George is a great steals guy. He wasn't last year on the Clippers. He still maybe averaged 1.5, and this season he took another level down. Maybe it can go up to 1.5. We don't know. For the season, what's the steal numbers he's averaging? He's averaging 1.2, and maybe it's just 1.2, 1.3 guy. He's still a top 20 guy. I said it many times. It's just efficiency has been insane. I don't know if it will continue all season. Patrick Beverley and Serge Ibaka, those guys play 22, 23. It is a blowout. Guys like Nicholas Batum, if he pounding points, sure. Patrick Beverley, yeah. Pounding points, sure. Otherwise, I'm not too interested in either any of those guys or any guys on the Clippers. Got so many guys: Lou Will, Reggie Jackson, Marcus Morris, but Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, they take so much of the usage away, and all the other guys are just inconsistent. And their minutes are also inconsistent. Only stream them for what you need. The Grizzlies side, Dylan Brooks had pretty well. 19 points, a steal and a block. Before he got hurt, he was also shooting the ball pretty well. And for the season, averaging 1.3 steals. I mean, if he's doing that, you roster him if he punting field goal. But he's still really bad in many other categories. Like no rebound, no assist, bad field goal. So you hold on to him, see where things go. If his shooting fall off, you can drop him. Kyle Anderson, 24 minutes. You roster him until JJJ. An okay game here until JJJ comes back. Valanciunas, he mainly give you the rebound and efficiency. He give you both here. And as a big guy, his block numbers has been quite low this season. That's somewhat disappointing. The defensive stats is almost non-existent. 0.5 steals and 0.7 blocks. So if he can prove he has room to grow, he can be a top 60 guy. Ranked 75th on the season. Grayson Allen, been getting a lot of minutes, didn't do anything here. Jamal Murray continues to be bad. For a guy who's getting drafted in the second or third round. 6 points and assists and nothing else. Just a typical Jamal Murray game, and only 2 rebounds. Brandon Clark, 22 minutes. So many guys on the Grizzlies team. Oh my God. Everybody played 20 minutes. Brandon Clark, Desmond Bain, Justin Winslow, Xavier Tillman, Tyus Jones. Not interested in anybody. Tyus Jones went off 9 for 11, but not interested. Only stream, those guys. Don't roster them. And let's talk about the next team. Wow, Wizards. They are doing it. I said Wizards. They're in the Eastern Conference. They struggle really hard beginning of the season. And Westbrook has been playing quite well, and they're winning. Bradley Beal was going off every single game in the beginning of the season, and they're losing every game. And now Westbrook started playing better, and they started winning. So maybe it's up to Westbrook. They are still 12th in the Eastern Conference, but they only, how many games are they behind? So the Hornets are 15 and 16, and they're the 8th seed. The Wizards are 12 and 18. So they are quite close. 2.5 games behind, and I mean, we still got like 42 games to play, so they can definitely make. If they're playing like this, yes, they can make a push for the playoffs, for sure. Garrison Matthews starts every game and plays 60 minutes. Rui Hachimura, the minutes are high, and the minutes are high if you wanna point and rebound. I think he's a better option than Marvin Bagley. Honestly, he has more minutes. Right, has a chance to give you other stats, and has probably a better free throw shooter than him as well. Wagner, this team's center rotation. Wagner played 18 minutes, grabbed you 8 rebounds, nothing else. Robin Lopez played 25, and Alex Lamb played 5. This rotation, so I wouldn't even stream anybody at this point because the minutes so up and down between 3 centers. Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook continue to be, I wouldn't say great for Russell Westbrook. The efficiency is bad again. It's just, the field goal is bad. Free throw is okay this game. If he can shoot 75%, you can't really complain too much about him. And the 5 turnovers. A triple-double and 3 steals. If Russell Westbrook can, over the years, for his entire career, he's a really, really good steals guy. Can he be a 1.5 steals guy this season? If he can, then his value goes up by a lot. Because for the season, he's averaging 0.8, 0.9. 1.5 would really help his value a lot. Either way, a great game for the Wizards. If the Russell would be playing quite well. Bradley Beal, again, great game, 33 points, 11 for 11 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. Good stuff from both. And on the Denver side, where is Denver ranked? In the Western Conference, it's tough. They are, barely holding on to a playoff spot, 17 and 15. That's why I expect Jokic to continue to go off. And same thing with Jamal Murray. Jokic only 18 shot attempts. Again, no worries there. Only 7 assists, 11 rebound, efficiency great everywhere. 1 steal, 2 blocks. Good stuff on Jokic. Continues to be the number 1 guy. Jamal Murray continues. I think it is a sell high. His elbow was bothering him beginning of the season. He has the name value, and his rank has come all the way up to inside of top 40. Well, 44th ranked. This has got to be a sell high. I think in category leagues, because his assist he's not a big assist guy. Probably give you 5. That's probably his seating, and he's not a big steals guy as a point guard. And he doesn't make that many threes. He's making, averaging 2.7 this season. That's high for him, I think. I expect those to come down a bit. He can maybe average 18, 19 points. That's what he was at over the years. Last year, 2 years ago. So I would be pretty comfortable trading him. Hey, maybe you can do like a 2-for-1 if you can get you add Jamal Murray, and you add Nerlens Noel for Miles Turner. That could be a good trade. That could be a trade that makes sense. Jamal Murray has the name value, the bubble Murray, where every game he's got had like 3 50-point games in that one playoff series. I think that's a trade that makes sense. And I'll be pretty comfortable making a trade for him and Jared Allen or OG, depending on what you need, right? Because OG can give you 1.7, 1.8 steals. That's good stuff. Monty Morris. Oh yeah, let's talk about Michael Porter Jr. He played 40 minutes here. That's just great. If he can play 37 to 38 minutes, I can totally see him averaging 9 rebounds and 18 points. And a steal and a block, what he gave you, and hit some threes. That is this stat. That is top 30 value, 18 and 9. Not that far away from 2010. 18 and 9, and a steal and a block and a lot of threes. That's top 30 value for sure. Good to see him, Michael Porter. Just gotta play. Coach Malone wanted him to play defense, so doesn't have to take that many shots. Just focus on playing defense, and the minutes will be up, and then he'll produce. Will Barton, I talked about him. He's a drop. Monty Morris played 31 minutes, and this season, he went off here, 5 assists and 3 steals here. But this season, he hasn't been getting any assists coming off the bench, and he hasn't been getting any steals either. Let's go on to the last game of the night. The New Orleans Pelicans, what a game, losing to Milwaukee Bucks. Brandon Ingram took 25 shots and 23 points. That's disappointing. Only 1 for 10 from the 3. If he can knock down 2 or 3 more threes, that's 29, 30 points. 29, 32 points. 4 rebounds, 2 assists is low. I want to see him to, average around 5 assists and 5 rebounds, and that'll be good. And 1 steal is nice. His steal number is still pretty low this season. Isaiah Williamson filled it up. Jesus Christ, 34 points. Insane. Not insane for him. 58 is probably below his average, but for any team, 58% on high volume is great stuff. 8 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal and a block. He filled it up. He's been so good. If he punting free throw, he's been so good. Really give you good value. And Steven Adams, if he's out there, if you need those rebound, go grab him. He had two pretty good games in a row now. Eric Bledsoe, 16 points. Not interesting him. The minutes is there for him to succeed. See if he can average 15, 5, and 1 steal, sure, he's worth rostering. But so many games he's not doing that, and he was a minus 20. He's the reason they lost the game, I guess. Minus 20 while nobody else is close. I mean, at some point maybe the Van Gundy's gonna, not Van Gundy, Jeff has got to make a decision. Move Eric Bledsoe out of the starting lineup. I don't know, or not give him this 35 minutes. Lonzo Ball played great, 20 points and 8 assists, still in the block. If he can get more assists, he can be a top 50 guy. Josh Hart, 22 minutes, pretty low minutes. Only a streamer. He was playing 30 minutes. This game come down to 22, so only a streamer. The minutes still inconsistent. JD Redick played 26 minutes. Interestingly, I wouldn't go grab him at all. Not interesting. And on the Bucks side, Giannis, another 30-point game. He has scored 30 points in, I don't know, 10 plus games, 10 straight games. 30 points, nobody can stop him. 30 points, 10 rebounds, and he can knock down his free throw at a great rate. His value would go up. But for anybody who drafted Giannis in category leagues, you plan on pounding free throws already. So pounding free throws is a top guy, top 2 guy for sure. Bobby Portis started. If he continues to start, yeah, grab him. 12 and 8, 2 blocks, good efficiency. Want to take a look at him. I think he started because everybody is out. DJ Augustin was out, and Jrue Holiday. Once Jrue Holiday comes back, Bobby Portis is gonna go back playing 20 minutes. He's become that streamer. Chris Middleton, huge game, 31 on insane efficiency, no defensive stats, 7 rebounds and 6 assists. Sure, he's a top 30 guy to me, top 30, top 35. Brook Lopez, finally a great game. That's why I don't drop him. He can give you 3 blocks, 1 3, and 12 points. That's good enough value. Like top 80 or top 70 in category leagues. All of his value is coming from the blocks. So hold on tight to him. I talk about Dante DiVincenzo. In the short term, has great value. And that's it for all the games. I'll see you guys tomorrow.